So at the beginning of the show, I introduced this problem that we face as leaders, which is essentially the more that we grow, the more complex our business gets, and sometimes success can actually make things harder, and navigating that really lies on our shoulders as leaders. Tell us a little bit about what you see as people start to grow, and the mounting the mounting stress and the mounting complexity that comes on. What is common among business leaders?
The what an important question to even think about. But if you there's a ton of books and authors who've written about it. You see it in even Jim Collins' Good to Great, around the complexity of business. And it, as our companies grow, you could look at it just from that one angle. The company grows, you have more people maybe on payroll, or you move to a payroll 99 like environment. So even the structure of your organization can change. Your revenue and cash flow becomes different. That can put financial strain. So there's some complexity there. The bigger the engine gets, the more food it needs. And so pressure becomes on the sales and how far out are you booked. But you get too far out, do you have an electronic system or kind of the supporting back of the house to do the billing, to take care of the accounting? Maybe you go from being able to do it yourself to needing somebody to do that. So now you have somebody intimately touching your finances. How does that work? What do you need to set up? So that's all internal. That's not even, Orlando, taking into account externally, thinking how people buy differently and try to commoditize different things in life. Painting, it can be one of those things people are like, oh, I can do it. Well, sure, you can do it, but that doesn't mean you do it well, or doesn't mean you should do it, as a home. And then commercially versus your product mix. So if you started out residential, and if you want to get into commercial or larger commercial or public commercial versus private commercial, you got OSHA, that's new complexity, and all the different safety standards. Just business is complicated, and it's certainly not getting less complicated. And we haven't even touched on people and the crazy that people bring into business.
Yeah. And I imagine that, as you're trying to grow your company, that there's this space where you don't necessarily have the finances or the overhead to
Right.
hire the positions that you need. At a holding company where there's, five different companies within it, you have more resources to segment the different operations and the different aspects. But as many of our contractor members are, our average member is around $1.6 million. And so that's a space where you have a team, but you don't have all the pieces that you need. Is
No,
that fair?
right. Yeah. Yeah, it's very fair. Very fair. And scalability, we'd love to think that we start like visually bottom left and move to upper right, right? Our business grows in this beautiful diagonal line. It's not normally the case. It's usually more like a stair step. And before you take the up, well, the flat is the stabilization. The stair, the up part is like the risk, full risk, whether that's getting a bigger shop or hiring a PM or onboarding another crew. There's risk every time an organization grows, a contractor grows, and that is complex to take on, much less just sustaining what you currently had.